Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another movies from the 2010 slash Disney month. It's the other way around, but this time I'm reviewing a movie from 2010 that's not a Disney movie. It's not even for kids. It's a R-rated 2010 action movie done by Pierre Morel. This is the same director that did the first Taken, the best Taken of the trilogy, and this is what he did right after Taken. So Americanized an American film, and that is From Paris with Love. I originally talked about this movie on my, with my old camera, but the camera looked fuzzy, so I want to do a new review of this movie. The coolest Travolta since Pulp Fiction. I haven't seen Pulp Fiction, but John Travolta is the reason to watch this movie. Sorry, I'm really tired. My words are getting muddled. Anyway, this is a really good action movie. Like this flopped, and I don't understand why. You had a really competent director, Pierre Morel. He knows how to get great shots in the scenes that in Paris when you see John Travolta and Jonathan Rhys Meyers talking, and the during the action sequences, you can see what's going on. There's a lot of practical stuff. Not a lot of CGI. Really good stunt work. And these two are really good together for what they have to do. Travolta steals the show because he's a crazy whatchamacallit special agent that does things unorthodox and gets criminals to talk by different methods. And Jonathan Rhys Meyers, James Reese, is basically he's a personal aide and he does things by the book. He's this is the synopsis on the back. He's a U.S. ambassador, of course. Jonathan Rhys Meyers is Irish, so he's not American. To France, he is secretly moonlighting as a low-level CIA operative. Looking for more action, Reese accepts a job that teams him with wisecracking special agent Charlie Wax, John Travolta, who's great in the movie. A trigger-happy loose cannon, definitely, sent to Paris on a mission of international importance. Now Reese finds himself on the wildest ride of his life as the new partners pull out all the stops to annihilate the enemy in this explosive, white knuckled, nonstop thriller. I agree. This movie is very action packed. It's got a lot of great action sequences with that Pierre Morel directs. Luc Besson was one of the. It was is a story that he wrote, and one of the writers was uh, Adi Hassak. Yeah, and this is not a movie for children. This is a very hardcore R-rated film. There's prostitution. There's sexuality. There's a lot of blood. There's a ton of curse words. It's like a Quentin Tarantino movie, but with a much shorter running time. This movie's only 93 minutes. If you enjoyed movies like Dread or Shoot 'Em Up or Deadpool, this is a movie for you. Don't listen to the critics. They give it like a 20 something percent on Rotten Tomatoes. Screw the critics. This is a fun movie. This came out in February of 2010. It didn't stand a chance because it came out like I think the same month as Valentine's Day, which creamed it, and that sucks because this movie was really well done. You got really good action sequences. John Travolta steals the show. Reese Myers is decent. I mean, I don't hate the guy. It's not like he's in a movie every year. He's all right. I would have preferred Jeremy Renner, but he was doing the fourth Mission Impossible and I think Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters, which I didn't like. And there's a beautiful woman in this movie. You have Kasia Smutniak. She's the girl that's with Jonathan Rhys Meyers in the beginning. She's a Polish actress, really good looking, decent performer, not so bad. And you also got Richard Durden, and it's a fun movie. Like if you want a fun R-rated action movie, I rented this in the Red Box a couple years ago, and I said, "Wow, this movie flopped, and it's action packed and it's fun. It's not boring. It doesn't have an hour of nothing like Mission Impossible 2. Holy crap, this movie is actually pretty well done. And it has some features. It's got a fun commentary by Pierre Morel. It's got a making of. It's got spy, spooks, and special ops life under the cover, secrets of spycraft, and a theatrical trailer. But decent features for a movie that didn't do so well. It was like a budget of like 20 something million, and it made like 29 million worldwide. And that is a shame. This movie should have been a freaking hit. I don't understand why action movies that are fun and exciting and entertaining make no money, and then these crappy, boring ass dramas make like $1 billion. I don't understand it. But from Paris with Love, it sounds like a Bond movie, like from Russia with Love, but it's definitely not as long as those. John Travolta's is off the wall in the movie. He's bald. They have a reference to Pulp Fiction. The Royale with cheese, they reference that in this movie, which is nice. So I haven't seen Pulp Fiction, but I have seen the scene with the cheeseburger that Samuel Jackson eats. And it's a fun movie. Like, I thought it was very fast paced. I was never bored. I thought Travolta's performance really carried the film. There's a twist that you don't see coming, which is great. I like it. It wasn't like it took me out of it. The location of France, while I'm not the biggest fan of the country, I still think it is it's a beautiful setting for any movie. And it's really good shots and really good locations. So I applaud Pierre Morel for being a visual director that's actually well done. That's why he did such a great job with the first Taken. The other director couldn't wipe his ass, but this is a fun movie. If you want to see a movie if you're bored with the theatrical releases in January this month, see this. It is a really awesome flick. Really underrated. Nobody really talks about this film. I don't know why it flopped. This should have made $100 million at least in the U.S. And the fact that this flopped and Ride Along 2 made money is a freaking shame, man. It really is, because I really enjoyed this film. Michael Bay would cream his pants if he did a film like this, or if he saw a film like this. Really good explosions, action, blood, guts, glory, and it reminded me of the '80s action films that we had back from the '80s until like the early '90s, where you had an actor like Travolta, you had Seagal, you had Van Damme, you had Arnold, you had Stallone. They did these buddy cop films that were actually really well done. They were entertaining. That was the point of the buddy cop genre, and this reminded me of that. And it's good. It's a good movie. Pierre Morel does a great job, and he's a French director, but he knows how to direct an action movie with an American actor, John Travolta, who kicks ass. I don't care what he's into, his personal life with Scientology. Screw that. I don't care about that. I care about if he gives a good performance and if he's a good lead, and he is. And Reese Myers follows him fine. I mean, I don't hate Reese Myers. I will take this guy over Liam Worthless any day, or freaking anybody in the new Star Wars movies. I not John Boyega. I mean other people like freaking the guys in Rogue One. No, I don't care about most of them. I liked him in this. He was fine. At least he's a young guy, and it's a young lion and the old lion competing for pretty much attention. But it's a fun movie. Like I keep saying, R-rated, but it's a lot of fun. And if you're an adult, you can watch this. Even Parker, if you have never seen this movie, you can watch it. I think you're mature enough to watch it. You saw Deadpool. I think you wouldn't get a kick out of this. It's fun, and it deserved better, especially at the box office, because it should have been a massive hit. I would have loved to have seen a sequel. That would have been awesome, like from Italy with Love, or from like Rome with Love, or from uh, London with Love. Just something different. I would have liked this. Uh, and do I prefer it over Olympus Has Fallen or London Has Fallen? Well, I like Olympus Has Fallen, and London Has Fallen I haven't seen yet, but watch it. It's really well done. Anyway, that's my review for From Paris with Love, a very underrated, awesome action movie that did not deserve the hate it got. It did not deserve to flop. It didn't deserve the ridicule it got, or people put it on their worst list of 2010. You have to see worse movies. Believe me, I sat through some terrible movies that year, and they were way worse than this. This is a action masterpiece compared to this crap that I saw that year. And it was funny, and Travolta really escalated the movie. Like, I hadn't seen him do an action movie in a long time. And last year I saw Face Off, which I thought it was good. And well, I saw this movie, so I like him as an actor, and he worked in this movie, and he brought a sense of fun to this American slash French production, which worked very well. So highly recommended. I would definitely. Are there flaws? Yeah. There's not really a good villain in the movie. I didn't really remember the villain, but other than that, it's really well done. And just if they ever make a sequel, it would be great. I mean, I think this is getting a cult following, which is good because it needs more attention. I really don't think it's that bad. I've seen worse. At least it doesn't have tons of CGI blood, shaky cam, and bad editing like they did in Suicide Squad or whatever. No, this is way better. Suicide Squad wishes it had action sequences like this. Trust me. Anyway, thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, guys. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed soon, but keep watching my videos. You guys have been very kind to me. Leave a comment on this video. Have you seen from Paris with Love? I want to see your thoughts on it. And if you have never seen it, go watch it. It's worth your time. You can find this really cheap on Amazon.com. You can stream it online. You can watch it on television. They have it many ways to watch this movie. It's not that obscure, and it deserves more love. I thought it was very entertaining, so entertaining. Like I was, if I had a top 10 or 15 of 2010 on YouTube back then, I would have put this in my top 10 easily because it was that good. And it's just like Dread, Shoot 'em Up, and Deadpool. It's action packed. It's got some great action scenes. It's R rated, and it goes balls to the wall with the action, and it works. So that's enough talk from me. See you guys in the next one, and take care.